Ever since the release of the Digimon card game, people have asked me, what's the best way to get started? So today, let's open up a starter deck and see what's inside and decide if it's worth buying. Okay, let's get cracking and see what's in here. So, I've opened a few of these now, and what you're going to see when you open them up is you've got your deck, and you also get a pack. So this pack is going to offset the price of this quite a lot, because these packs RRP at like £4. So if you're managing to get a deck for 10, then that means once you take the pack away, everything else only costs you 6. So we're going to bear that in mind. We'll also open up the pack to see if we get any god pulls and maybe pay for the entire box. But that's really nice. I like that they still put the pack in, because a lot of card games have moved away from including a pack in your intro decks. But it's good, it gets people opening packs straight away for your game, which is always a nice thing. So the first thing you see in these Digimon intro decks is your 4 Digi-Eggs. So in the game you can have up to 5 Digi-Eggs in your deck. You'll notice they have a different back as well from the rest of the cards. And that's because they go in a side deck. Now, they're actually quite important for playing the game. You want to have Digi-Eggs. Now, you only get 4 because they give you a playset of Koromon in this red one, but you can have up to 5, so hopefully we get one in the booster pack, but you will want to try and find a 5th one before you start playing competitive games. Then we get our rookies. So we get 4 Biomon and we get 4 Agumon. Now, the red deck is pretty interesting to open because these 2 rookies are actually very good rookies. These are actually played in some of the red aggro competitive decks, so these are actually really nice pickups. And then your other rookies are 4 Dracomon. So not as exciting. Biomon is good because it costs 2, and Agumon is good because once you digivolve it, it buffs the thing above it by its inherited ability of 1000. So Dracomon is kind of filler, but it's good filler. It's still got 4000, which is actually pretty reasonable for a rookie. Then we move on to our champions. So we get 4 Birdramon, we get 4 Cordramon. Now Cordramons are quite important as well because they have the keyword blocker. So these blockers are played all the way throughout every format of Digimon. So the intro decks to get the blockers are really important. All the intro decks come with 4 blockers, and the champion level blockers see play everywhere, so they're fantastic pickups. Then we get 2 Greymon, and that rounds out our champions. So we've got 12 rookies, 10 champions. So Greymon is good as well because once you digivolve him, he gives the thing above it security check +1, which basically means it gets an extra attack when it's going after the security. So all in all, just look at the champions and rookies. The Birdramons and the Dracomons are kind of so-so, but everything else is really, really good and worth owning. Then we start looking at the ultimates. We get 2 Garudamon that says when it digivolves, one of your Digimon get +3000, so that's really good at just pushing through enemy blockers. Digivolve it, pump something, attack through. Sorry, we get the full set of 4 Garudamons. Then we get all 4 Metal Greymons, and when this Digimon is blocked, you gain memory. So again, that just punishes them for blocking you. If they block you, they fix your economy. Then we've got onto the Megas. We get 2 Phoenix Mons and then 2 really nice, super rare War Greymons. So these are your foil cards from this, and they're really nice, and they are super rares from the set. So your rares are, you can see here they've got the kind of metallic border on them. So your rare Digimon, you get your 4 Metal Greymon, then you get your 2 Phoenix Mons, and then you get your super rares, which are the War Greymons. So that's your Digimon, and again, a lot of these are really, really good. Your Biomons are good, your Agumons are good, your Greymons are good, your Cordramons are pretty essential for red decks, and then we've got Metal Greymons, which are pretty good, War Greymons, which are awesome because they give you plus security attack if you level all the way up. Then beneath that we get our 4 Tamer cards. So you get 4 ties, and Tamer cards, just if you play Magic the Gathering, they're giving you an enchantment, and these ties are only available in this intro deck. So they've got a really unique effect of just antheming your whole team, giving your whole team +1000. It's just really good. for 2. Just investing 2 early on in the game to give everything plus 1,000 for the rest of the game. It means that your 4,000 power Digimon are going through their 5,000 champions. Your 5,000 champions are now 6,000. It just, 1,000 is a lot. 1,000 really scales you up quite well in this game. Then we get the option cards. Now the option cards are not so good. These are the things you're going to want to replace pretty quickly. Things like Shadow Wing doesn't do a whole lot. Things like it only gives a plus 3,000. Starlight Explosion, not great either. And Giga Destroyer is okay, but quite narrow because it only destroys small creatures. But then we get on to Gaia Forces. Now Gaia Forces just say delete 1 Digimon. This destroys anything, and these cards are super sought after. Now you only get 2 in the intro deck, but the intro deck is the only place to get them. And I've actually seen people who have bought 2 of the red intro decks to get the Gaia Forces. So the Gaia Forces are almost the crown and jewel of this deck. But again, like I'm saying, the Digitamas are good, getting your little Digi-Egg Digimon. The Agumons and the Biomons are only in the starter deck, so are the Greymons, so they're good. And that's the nice thing about the starter deck, is they give you unique cards that you can't get in booster packs. So, especially these Gaia Forces, these are the things that people really want. And people are buying multiple intro decks just to get the Gaia Forces. But just from the Digimon cards that are in the intro deck, I think this is awesome. You can definitely make a reasonable red aggressive deck based on the shell here. And then the other cards we get, these are just little rule cards that teach you how to play the game. And you can use these ones for your memory tracking. So you get everything you need to start playing. The deck works out the box. And you also get some pretty sought after cards in these War Greymons and the Gaia Forces. And like I said, you also get an additional booster pack. So again, you just begin to bolster your collection straight away with the intro deck. So let's have a little look. The way these packs work is you get your commons at the front, then your uncommons, and then you get 2 rares in every Digimon pack, which is just great coming from a game like Magic or Pokemon, where you're only getting 1 rare. So if we just have a look through here, nothing exciting for our red deck. Nuclear Razor's pretty good. Just lets us draw 2, so that's some fuel for our deck. Agumon Expert, so he would go straight in here, probably replace one of the Dracomons. To be honest, probably replace one of the option cards, just get another rookie in there. Then onto our uncommons, we've got Jagamon. We get another Metal Greymon. So since it's a different Metal Greymon from on the intro deck, we can have that. So that probably replaces one of the Garudamons. Then we get the Set Greymon, so he's going to be awesome. That again probably replaces a Birdramon. Then we get onto our rares, we get a Metal Tyrannomon, and then at the back, so it's not in red, but look at that, there's a super rare Magna Angemon. So the Magna Angemon is almost worth as much as the intro deck, the £10 intro deck. So that's everything we're getting in our intro deck. Is it worth buying? Yes, 1,000 times yes. This is maybe some of the best introductory product I've seen for a card game. Bandai have knocked it out of the park with the stuff they've put in these boxes. The fact that they give you cards exclusive to this intro deck means that people are encouraged to start playing the game the way Bandai intend them to. The fact they give you the blockers, teach you mechanics of the game, and give you cards that are used in most red decks that are played. The fact they give you playable rookies out of the box, the Agumon and the Biomon, fantastic cards. Now, I'm not saying this is without its filler. Obviously, like I was saying, some of these option cards aren't great, and your Dracomons and your Birdramons, not the best, but you can upgrade them quite easily, and the rares that they give you are all stand out. The Metal Greymons are awesome, the super rare War Greymons are great, and the Tamer Ties are pretty good as well. You get a lot in this box that you can play for a long time. It's not like it's all garbage like some other intro decks. And then you also get format staples like the Gaia Force and the Greymons. These are played in top tier competitive red decks. So there's stuff in these intro boxes for everyone, and then the fact that they also give you a booster pack is just the gravy, because the booster pack means that you have the opportunity to potentially get all the other cards for free, because like you saw there, I was able to open up a super rare Magna Angemon, which is most of the way to the value of the intro deck, and then the cards that I was able to pick up, I can start augmenting this deck straight away, so it encourages people to start tinkering with the deck straight away. Yes, this product is amazing. Anybody who wants to get in the Digimon card game, I would recommend grabbing an intro deck, honestly, if you're wanting to play Digimon card game, grab an intro deck and start jamming games. It's the best way to learn, and they are totally worth the money. You should definitely buy a Digimon intro deck. Hey, just a quick reminder, if you saw anything in today's video that you want to buy, whether it's an intro deck or a booster box, or even the stuff you see in the cabinets behind me, our web store is in the description, or you can catch us on Thursday evening on Twitch TV, where we do our online shopping channel. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we see you again.